Have you ever wondered why, even with careful health habits, proper reading light, or wearing glasses, your vision still gradually declines after turning 60? Is it that your eyes are aging beyond repair? The truth is, your eyes are sending silent warning signals that many people overlook. And if these signals aren't noticed in time, you could gradually lose the ability to see fine details, recognize faces, or drive safely. The surprising part is that nature has provided powerful tools to protect and even restore your vision. And it all starts with the vitamins you include in your daily diet. These nutrients not only help your eyes function better, but also combat the main culprits behind cataracts and glaucoma, two of the most common causes of vision difficulties in people over 60. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 6 most important vitamins scientifically proven to protect your eyes, reduce eye strain, enhance clarity, and maintain sharp vision over time. If you've ever worried about blurred vision, glare, or tired eyes, you'll want to watch this entire video because these simple yet powerful insights can change the way you care for your eyes starting today. First, let's start with vitamin A, the foundation for clear, sharp vision, and perhaps the most familiar and frequently mentioned name on this list. It is often called the eye vitamin, and for good reason. Vitamin A plays a fundamental role in maintaining the clarity of the cornea, protecting the retina, and especially helping us see clearly in low-light conditions. Here's how it works. Inside your retina, there's a critical protein called rhodopsin. Think of it as the eye's built-in light sensor, allowing your vision to adapt in low-light conditions, like when you step out of a bright room into the night or when you're driving after sunset. Without enough vitamin A, your body can't make sufficient rhodopsin, which leads to night blindness. For older adults, this isn't just an inconvenience. It can increase the risk of falls and accidents when moving around in the evening. But vitamin A's benefits don't stop there. It also helps keep the cornea, the clear front layer of the eye, well moisturized. A deficiency can make the cornea dry, irritated, and scratchy, and in severe cases, lead to ulcers and even permanent vision loss. For those over 60, when tear production naturally declines, vitamin A becomes especially important to prevent chronic dry eye and maintain everyday comfort. Another important benefit of vitamin A is its powerful antioxidant capacity. Aging, ultraviolet rays from sunlight, and free radicals in the body can all damage proteins in the lens of the eye, leading to cataracts. Vitamin A, especially in its beta-carotene form, helps neutralize free radicals and protects the lens from protein clumping, which in turn keeps the eye's natural lens clear for a longer time. In addition, vitamin A supports the immune system, helping the eyes resist infections, which is another factor that contributes to macular degeneration as we age. So how can you get enough vitamin A in your daily diet? Animal-based foods such as beef liver, chicken liver, eggs, and dairy products contain retinol, the ready-to-use form of vitamin A that your body can absorb directly. Just a small serving of chicken liver can exceed the recommended daily intake. On the other hand, many older adults prefer plant-based sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, spinach, kale, and amaranth. These foods are rich in beta-carotene, the precursor form of vitamin A that your body converts as needed. To give you some perspective, a single medium carrot provides over 200% of the daily recommended intake of vitamin A. One important thing to remember is that vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. That means your body absorbs it best when paired with a small amount of healthy fat, such as olive oil, canola oil, or a few slices of avocado. For example, when you saute spinach with a drizzle of olive oil or enjoy mashed sweet potatoes with a handful of walnuts, you're actually helping your body unlock and fully use the beta-carotene in those foods. But here's the caution. Taking high-dose vitamin A supplements in the form of retinol can be harmful, especially for older adults. Too much can damage the liver, weaken the bones, and even affect the nervous system. That's why the safest and most effective way to get vitamin A, particularly for seniors, is through natural food sources, rather than relying heavily on supplements. When supplied consistently and in the right way, vitamin A works like a silent guardian for your eyes. It helps you see clearly at night, keeps the cornea moist and comfortable, protects the retina from damage, and lowers the risk of cataracts. In many ways, it lays the foundation for eyes that remain bright, clear, and responsive, even as you move through your 70s and 80s. After understanding the vital role of vitamin A, the frontline soldier in our eye defense army, let's move on to vitamin C, the shield that protects against aging and cataracts. If vitamin A is the foundation that helps you see clearly in the dark, vitamin C acts like armor, defending your eyes from the wear and tear of time and the damage caused by free radicals. It is one of the most powerful antioxidants, capable of neutralizing harmful molecules that gradually build up in the eyes. In doing so, it slows the development of cataracts and lowers the risk of glaucoma progression. Think of the lens of your eye as a natural camera lens. As the years pass, the proteins inside the lens can become damaged and clump together, causing it to turn cloudy. Research has shown that people who consume diets rich in vitamin C are significantly less likely to develop cataracts than those who don't get enough. Vitamin C protects these delicate proteins from free radical attack, while also helping repair damaged molecules, allowing the lens to remain clear for much longer. But the benefits don't stop at the lens. Vitamin C also plays a critical role in producing collagen, the structural protein found in both the cornea and the sclera. Collagen is what keeps the cornea strong and transparent, while the sclera, the white of the eye, remains resilient and healthy. As we age, collagen production naturally declines. For older adults, maintaining a steady intake of vitamin C is like reinforcing the very framework of the eye, helping it stay strong and flexible over time. When it comes to glaucoma, vitamin C may also play a significant role. Some studies suggest that high doses of vitamin C can temporarily reduce intraocular pressure, the main factor that damages the optic nerve in glaucoma. While this is not a replacement for medical treatment, it does highlight vitamin C's potential in supporting the management of one of the most dangerous mechanisms of vision loss. Fortunately, vitamin C is abundant and easy to find in everyday foods. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons, along with strawberries, kiwis, and red bell peppers, are all rich sources. Green vegetables such as broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts also provide excellent amounts. Just one medium orange or a bowl of strawberries can supply nearly all of your daily vitamin C needs. The key is to spread your intake throughout the day rather than consuming a large amount at once, since the body absorbs vitamin C more efficiently in moderate doses. Another interesting point is how vitamin C works in synergy with vitamin E. Together, these two antioxidants form a double shield, protecting both the retina and the lens from oxidative damage. That means if your meal includes a handful of almonds, rich in vitamin E, alongside a kiwi or some strawberries, which are loaded with vitamin C, you're giving your eyes a stronger line of defense. The one drawback of vitamin C is that it's sensitive to heat. Overcooking can significantly reduce its levels in vegetables. That's why it's best to enjoy fruits and vegetables fresh, or cook them quickly at moderate temperatures, to preserve as much of their nutritional value as possible. For older adults in the United States, adding vitamin C to your daily routine does more than boost your immune system against colds. It's also a smart step in protecting your eyes from some of the most common causes of blindness. Something as simple as starting your morning with a glass of fresh orange juice, tossing a few slices of red bell pepper into your salad, or enjoying a bowl of strawberries after dinner is already helping you build a strong barrier against the aging of your eyes. If vitamin C is the shield that protects your eyes from free radicals in the watery parts of the eye, then vitamin E is the powerful armor in the fatty environment. Because it's a fat-soluble vitamin, vitamin E can stop free radicals right at the cell membrane, where fatty acids are especially vulnerable to oxidation. For the eyes, this is critically important, since both the retina and the lens are highly sensitive to oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration. Think of it this way. Every eye cell is like a house with walls surrounding it. Free radicals are like vandals, constantly trying to chip away at those walls and weaken them. Once the walls are damaged, the entire structure inside begins to deteriorate. Vitamin E works like a protective coat of paint and reinforcement, keeping those walls strong and secure, helping the eyes resist aging. Many studies have shown that people who consume higher levels of vitamin E in their diets are less likely to develop cataracts. In addition, vitamin E has been found to slow the progression of macular degeneration, one of the most common reasons older adults lose central vision. And there's more. Vitamin E also helps improve tear gland function, reducing chronic dry eye, a problem that affects a large percentage of people over 60 as they age. Beyond its antioxidant power, vitamin E also supports circulation within the eyes. By protecting the tiny blood vessels that nourish the retina and optic nerve, vitamin E indirectly helps guard against glaucoma, which often stems from poor blood flow and damage in these delicate structures. For older adults, the combination of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and blood vessel protecting effects makes vitamin E a true strategic ally in maintaining long-term vision. The good news is that vitamin E is found in many familiar foods. Just a handful of almonds each day can provide a significant portion of your daily needs. Sunflower seeds, hazelnuts, spinach, kale, and even avocados are excellent sources as well. Imagine enjoying a slice of whole grain bread topped with almond butter, or a fresh green salad with avocado slices and a sprinkle of sunflower seeds. These simple, delicious meals also serve as powerful fuel for vitamin E's protective shield over your eyes. However, it's important to note that high-dose vitamin E supplements may not be safe for everyone, especially those taking blood thinners. Excess vitamin E can increase the risk of bleeding. That's why for seniors, natural food sources remain the safest, most effective, and most sustainable way to get this nutrient over the long term. When you make vitamin E a regular part of your diet, it's like giving your eyes a suit of armor, helping the retina and lens withstand the effects of aging, environmental stress, and disease. Each time you choose foods rich in vitamin E, you're actively building a protective barrier for your eyesight, ensuring clarity and resilience even as the years go by. When people think of vitamin D, they usually associate it with building strong bones. But few realize that vitamin D is also a silent gatekeeper for the eyes, playing a crucial role in regulating intraocular pressure and protecting the optic nerve. These two factors are critical when it comes to glaucoma, a disease that can silently steal your vision forever if not detected and managed in time. Inside the eye, there's a delicate system that maintains balance between the production and drainage of fluid, known as the aqueous humor. If too much fluid builds up, pressure inside the eye rises, gradually compressing and damaging the optic nerve. Vitamin D helps regulate this process by balancing calcium and phosphorus levels in the body. When these minerals remain stable, intraocular pressure is better controlled. That's why people with sufficient vitamin D levels are less likely to develop glaucoma than those who are deficient. But vitamin D's benefits don't stop there. It also has strong anti-inflammatory properties. In older adults, low-grade chronic inflammation in the eyes can damage delicate cells and contribute to conditions like age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. By reducing inflammation, vitamin D helps protect fragile structures inside the eye, from the retina to the optic nerve. At the same time, it supports the health of tiny blood vessels, ensuring steady circulation to nourish the eyes. This is especially important for those with diabetes, who face nearly double the risk of developing eye diseases. One large observational study found that older adults with sufficient vitamin D levels had nearly a 40% lower risk of developing glaucoma compared to those who were deficient. Emerging evidence also suggests that vitamin D may help slow or even prevent clouding of the lens, another common cause of vision loss in people over 60. The best natural source of vitamin D is sunlight. Just 15 to 30 minutes of morning sun exposure, especially when the rays are still gentle, allows your body to produce all the vitamin D it needs. However, in the United States, many older adults spend little time outdoors, and aging skin naturally loses some of its ability to synthesize vitamin D. That's why getting it through food becomes equally important. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, sun-exposed mushrooms, and fortified milk are excellent options. For those who don't tolerate cow's milk, fortified almond milk or oat milk can provide a safe and effective alternative. In some cases, doctors may recommend a vitamin D3 supplement, typically in doses of around 800 to 1,000 IU per day for older adults. Still, supplementation should always be guided by a blood test to determine your actual vitamin D levels. Taking too much can be harmful, placing strain on the kidneys or heart. In many ways, vitamin D acts like a silent gatekeeper. It doesn't produce dramatic, immediate changes you can feel, but its steady presence keeps intraocular pressure stable and protects the optic nerve from slow, silent damage. When maintained consistently, vitamin D not only strengthens your bones and boosts your immune system, it also helps preserve clear, sharp, and safe vision against the eye diseases most common in later life. There's another group of nutrients that are just as important, the B vitamins, which form a protective network for the nerves, keeping the communication between the eyes and brain running smoothly. While the other vitamins we've discussed focus mainly on protecting the lens, cornea, or retina, the B vitamins, especially B6, B9, folate, and B12, play a central role in maintaining the health of the optic nerve. After all, our eyes cannot see anything unless the light signals they capture are accurately transmitted through the optic nerve to the brain. Taking care of this transmission line is just as vital as protecting the outer structures of the eye. One of the major threats to optic nerve health is the buildup of an amino acid in the blood called homocysteine. Elevated homocysteine levels can damage the tiny blood vessels that feed the retina and optic nerve, leading to poor circulation, an increased risk of macular degeneration, and even contributing to the progression of glaucoma. This is where the B vitamins step in. B6, B9, and B12 work together to convert homocysteine into safer compounds, protecting both the blood vessels and the optic nerve. Among them, vitamin B12 is particularly crucial. It helps maintain the myelin sheath, the protective coating around nerve fibers, much like the plastic insulation around electrical wires. Without enough B12, the sheath begins to break down, leading to a condition called optic neuropathy, which can cause blurry vision, reduced color perception, and in severe cases, permanent vision loss if not addressed in time. Folate, B9, on the other hand, supports the repair of DNA in retinal cells, helping these vital tissues regenerate and recover. Meanwhile, vitamin B6 assists in producing neurotransmitters, ensuring that visual signals are transmitted quickly and accurately to the brain. For older adults, deficiencies in B vitamins are quite common. The main reasons are reduced absorption capacity with age and diets that often lack variety. This is especially concerning with vitamin B12, since its primary sources are animal products like meat, eggs, and dairy. Seniors who follow a strict vegetarian diet, or those with stomach and intestinal issues, such as ulcers or low stomach acid, are at particularly high risk of severe deficiency. What's important to remember is that B6, B9, folate, and B12 work best as a team rather than individually. When they function together, they form a strong defense network, protecting the tiny blood vessels that nourish the retina, maintaining the myelin sheath around the optic nerve, and ensuring visual signals travel rapidly and accurately from the eyes to the brain. This synergy is crucial for preserving sharp vision and quick reflexes, even as the years advance. You can think of the B vitamins as the electrical wiring and communication system of the eyes. If the wiring is solid, the signals remain clear and reliable. But if the wires are damaged, no matter how healthy the eyes are, the images cannot reach the brain in full clarity. Maintaining these vitamins is therefore essential to keep the neural transmission line strong and to guard against silent, progressive damage to vision. Building on that foundation, another group of nutrients is just as critical for eye health: omega-3 fatty acids. Among all the nutrients needed for clear vision, omega-3s stand out as irreplaceable building materials. Two in particular, DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, and EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, play distinct but complementary roles. If the eye is like a finely tuned machine, DHA forms the structural components of the retina, while EPA acts like lubrication oil, reducing inflammation and protecting blood vessels so that the entire system functions smoothly. The retina itself contains millions of light-sensitive cells responsible for converting light into images sent to the brain. DHA is highly concentrated in this area, especially in the macula, the region responsible for sharp, detailed vision. When DHA levels decline, these cells weaken, light sensitivity decreases, and vision gradually becomes blurred, particularly at night. Conversely, when DHA is adequately supplied, it helps preserve the retina's flexibility and efficiency in transmitting visual signals, ensuring that the images reaching the brain remain sharp, clear, and true to life. EPA and DHA work together to provide powerful, comprehensive anti-inflammatory protection. Chronic inflammation is the silent enemy behind many eye diseases, from macular degeneration to glaucoma, and even diabetic retinopathy. In older adults, low-grade inflammation throughout the body is common, and the eyes are no exception. EPA helps reduce inflammatory mediators while keeping the tiny blood vessels in the eyes flexible, preventing them from becoming blocked or narrowed. This ensures that blood and oxygen consistently reach the retina and optic nerve, two structures that are absolutely essential for vision. Omega-3s also have a remarkable impact on dry eye syndrome, a condition that affects a large percentage of people over 60. Research has shown that omega-3 supplementation improves the quality of tears, making them more stable and less likely to evaporate too quickly. This not only relieves discomfort and irritation, but also protects the cornea from long-term damage caused by chronic dryness. For anyone who spends extended time looking at screens or driving in cold, windy conditions, omega-3s can be a true game changer. Fortunately, omega-3-rich foods are both familiar and easy to include in everyday meals. Fatty cold water fish, such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna, are the top choices. Just 2 to 3 servings of salmon per week can deliver a significant supply of both DHA and EPA for your eyes. For those who don't eat fish, plant-based options like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and algae oil supplements provide ALA, another form of omega-3 that the body can partially convert into DHA and EPA. The key is consistency. Omega-3s don't show their benefits overnight. They build up in eye tissues over time. Think of it as a long-term investment in your vision, helping to lower the risk of macular degeneration, cataracts, and glaucoma as you age. If your diet falls short, some seniors may consider high-quality fish oil or algae oil supplements under a doctor's guidance to ensure safe and effective support. In many ways, omega-3s are like the bricks and mortar that build a strong foundation for the retina and optic nerve, while also acting as the lubricant that reduces friction and wear. When combined with other key nutrients such as vitamins A, C, E, D, and the B complex, they form a comprehensive defense team for your eyes, slowing down aging, strengthening vital structures, and keeping the visual communication pathway between the eye and brain clear and efficient. Looking back on this journey, one truth becomes clear. Eye health is not determined solely by age or genetics. It is powerfully influenced by what we eat and how we live each day. 6 nutrients, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D, the B vitamins, and omega-3 fatty acids, work together like 6 silent warriors, guarding your vision. They keep the lens clear, regulate eye pressure, nourish the retina and optic nerve, and protect against the damage caused by free radicals and chronic inflammation. The encouraging news is that you don't need expensive treatments or advanced technology to access this power. It's already present in everyday foods on your table. A fresh green salad topped with walnuts, a serving of baked salmon with vegetables, a glass of orange juice in the morning, or something as simple as a daily walk in the early sunlight. Each small choice you make becomes a building block in the fortress that protects your eyesight. And remember, losing vision is not an inevitable part of aging. With the right care, your eyes can remain clear and dependable, helping you read your favorite books, drive safely, enjoy the beauty of nature, and see the smiles of your loved ones. That is the priceless gift we all deserve to cherish and protect. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Share this video with friends or loved ones who care about their eye health, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more simple yet powerful health tips designed especially for those over 60. And I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing right now to keep your eyes healthy? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might inspire and help thousands of others in our community. Aging may bring its challenges, but it also offers us the chance to care for ourselves more thoughtfully, to slow down, and to truly enjoy each moment. Let your healthy, clear eyes become the windows that open to joy, peace, and happiness in the years after 60.